Hello, all my fellow small business owners. So today I am super excited to announce this new $30,000 grant that is currently back open. This is going to be a really easy grant to apply for, especially if you meet all the requirements and you live in this specific state. Hello everyone, my name is Mariah. I'm a fellow small business owner, and on this channel I like to share with you business tips, give you guys business advice, and new grant opportunities. If that interests you, make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my new content. So, I have talked about this grant in the past. Business owners in the state of Illinois, you could qualify up to a free $30,000 grant if you meet all the requirements for this grant. Now, I'm going to head on over to the website so we can get into it real quick. We're going to go over the requirements. To get to this grant application, you're going to go to B2BNewBiz.com. And right on the website, it says Illinois Back to Business New Business Grant Program, B2B New Biz. Apply for a grant up to $30,000. The grant officially opened November 30th. It will be closing January 11, 2024 at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. Program overview. Illinois B2B New Biz will provide financial relief to businesses that started during the pandemic in the industries most impacted by the pandemic. Businesses that started during the pandemic have not been eligible for state grants and most federal emergency support provided for emergency relief to small businesses thus far. So basically it's just saying a lot of the new businesses could not qualify for business grants because of COVID, and they were not able to take advantage of other business grants because they might not have met the revenue requirement, or due to not being able to get new products in because of shipment issues, fulfillment issues, and all sorts of things. Starting a business during this time period was not a good thing for most people I know. Eligibility requirements. To be eligible for a grant award under Illinois B2B New Biz, for-profit businesses and nonprofit organizations must meet all of the criteria listed below. Started operation between January 1st, 2020 and December 31st, 2021. We had gross receipts of at least $25,000 up to $20 million in 2021. Currently active operations in Illinois, have not received a back to business B2B grant prior to 2023. Business interruption grant big, back to business B2B grant issued prior to 2023. Shuttered venue operators grant SVOG or restaurant revitalization fund grant RRF. Must meet one of the following two criteria. The business or nonprofit is in a priority industry as defined for the previous back to business program. A list of priority industries and their definitions can be found here. We're going to go there in just a minute. The businesses in majority owned or individuals that become eligible for and receive unemployment insurance benefits, including from Pandemic Unemployment Assistance PUA between March 13, 2020 and the date the business began operation. We're going to scroll down to ineligible businesses. Number 1, independent contractors or freelance workers that do not operate as sole proprietors, recipients of an Illinois business interruption grant, child care providers that have received and are registered for child care restoration grant, a private club or business that limits memberships for reasons other than capacity, a business primarily engaged in speculative activities that develop profits from fluctuations in price rather than normal course of trade, a business that earns more than a quarter of its annual net revenue from lending activities, a business that derives at least 33% of its gross annual revenues from legal gambling activities, a business engaged in pyramid sales, a business engaged in activities that are prohibited by federal law or applicable law in the jurisdiction where a business is located or conducted, a business principally engaged in teaching, instructing, counseling, and indoctrinating religion or religious beliefs, a business primarily engaged in political or lobbying activities, a business that manufactures or sells at wholesale tobacco products, liquor, or that manufactures or sell firearms in wholesale or retail, a nightclub, a pawn shop, a liquor store, an establishment similar to any of the businesses above, basically. We'll scroll down to grant awards. Illinois B2B New Biz will provide sub-awards ranging from $5,000 to $30,000, determined based on whether the business is home-based or brick-and-mortar and the amount of time the business was in operation during the pandemic, as shown in the following table. Businesses start date. Businesses from January 1st, 2020 to June 30th, 2020 can get a $30,000 grant. Home-based, $10,000 grants. businesses from July 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2020. Brick and mortar businesses can get $20,000 grant. Home base can get a $5,000 grant. Businesses from January 1st, 2021 and December 31st, 2021. Brick and mortar can get $10,000 grant, and home base do not qualify for any type of grant. The business start date is based on the date the business was incorporated or a date of business license. Sole proprietors that started in 2020 whose professional license do not reflect a start date will be eligible for $5,000. Scroll down a little bit more. These are going to be the required documents for this grant. You'll have to download the applicant certification. You'll have to have your 2021 completed, unaltered, and filed federal tax return, an acceptable government issued photo ID uploaded via persona, which will be embedded in the application, proof of organization. Acceptable forms of proof of business organization include assumed name, business license, article of incorporation, proof of tax exemption if you're a nonprofit, professional licensing, and proof of location for brick and mortar businesses only. And then if you want to read this grant application in other languages, you'll have the option here. We're going to scroll back up to which businesses qualify. So these are going to be priority industry definitions. So number 1, hotels. Number 2, restaurants and bars that are eligible for but have not received any of the previous grants we talked about. Arts organizations and businesses that include the following categories: live venue operators or promoters, theoretical producers, live performing arts organization operators, and talent representatives that are eligible for but have not received shuttered revenues operating grant. Performing or presenting arts organizations, arts education organizations, service providers and organizations for the arts, clothing and electronics retail establishments, dry cleaning and laundry services, home health care services, child care providers, barbershops and salon providers, indoor recreations, gyms and fitness centers, tourism and group transportation, spectator and social event support services, museums and movie theater operators that are eligible but have not received the shuttered venues operation grant. That's basically everything you need to know about this grant. If you qualify for this grant and have not received a previous grant from the state of Illinois, this one is going to be really simple to apply for. I have applied for this one. I have applied for an Illinois grant in the past and I did get approved for it. And they are super simple to get approved for. It's usually guaranteed as long as you can provide all of the required documentation that they ask below on this page. You are going to be good to go on this grant. So please do not miss out on this opportunity if you did start your business during COVID. All right. Hopefully I didn't make this video too long today. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure you give me a like. If you have any questions or concerns about this grant, let me know down below in the comments. And for more, make sure you subscribe.